So let's break down the simplest digital side hustle that you can start today using AI with zero upfront cost. Yeah, that's right, zero. Now, this business model is incredibly flexible and very scalable, and it brings in around about $5,000 every single week for me. So if you've been searching for a beginner-friendly side hustle that doesn't require lots of cash to get started and takes full advantage of AI, then keep watching. So the side hustle I'm talking about is digital products. Now, a digital product is exactly what it sounds like. It's essentially something you create and sell in an online format. Now, I know that probably sounds quite obvious, but it really is that straightforward. Now, the amazing thing about this model is there is no inventory, there's no shipping costs, there's nothing actually physically to worry about. You make it once and you literally sell it over and over and over again with no limit whatsoever. So think of things like templates, workbooks, spreadsheets, ebooks, courses, memberships, communities. The list goes on and on. Listen, if you want some inspiration, I've put together a list of 47 digital product ideas that you can start selling. You can grab it using the link in the description below. Now, the beauty of digital products is that you can start for free. They're easy to learn and you can use AI to speed things up for you and boost your results. And of course, there's no shipping and inventory to worry about. It has to be one of the most scalable business models out there. Now, let's talk about coming up with your digital product idea. Now, I know this is where a lot of people get stuck, but trust me, it does not need to be difficult. So here's what you need to do. Download my free niche finder template. It will literally help you brainstorm all of your knowledge, your expertise, and your experience, extract all of that using AI to help you come up with your niche. The link's in the description. Now, before you get overwhelmed, here's a little mindset shift for you. You already know enough right now at this moment, I promise you. Everyone out there has some level of knowledge that they can share. Now, you don't need to be the world's leading expert in something to teach it. You just need to be one step ahead of the people that you're helping, and that's it. So let's say you're decent at knitting. You're not the best in the world, but you know how to knit. Well, guess what? That knowledge you have is enough to create an ebook or a course teaching someone else what you know. By the way, I know of a lady that makes just under £20,000, so that's well over $20,000 every single month, teaching other people how to knit. Knitting. Now, you don't need to cover every single knitting technique there is. You can start off just by showing what you know. You have to think there's always someone who's a little bit further behind than you and would love to know what you know. Listen, when I first started sharing my knowledge, I was not the top expert in my field, and I'm still not, far from it. So what's the point I'm trying to make? You don't need to be the best in your niche, and you definitely don't need to teach everything. You're just going to pick one topic that you know something about and you're going to build your digital product around that topic. Honestly, a lot of people really overthink this part. So here's your next step. Sit down and run through the niche finder template that I've provided for you and choose your niche. Now, you've got that out of the way. You've chosen your niche. The next thing to do is start building your audience. Listen, I know that everyone online talks about platforms like Etsy or Gumroad and Amazon. Honestly, I do not recommend going down that route. If you're interested, I'm happy to make a video on why I don't recommend using those platforms. Let me know in the comments down below. But essentially, it boils down to them being incredibly crowded and difficult to stand out. Plus, on top of that, you've got listing fees and algorithms that you don't really have any control over. Now, especially with Etsy, you need to keep consistently posting just to stay visible. And on top of that, you're probably going to have to spend money on ads, a lot of money. So what are you supposed to do instead? Well, what I recommend you do is start to build your own audience. Now, trust me, I know that it can sound a little intimidating, but it really isn't. Yes, it takes effort, and yes, there is some work involved, but when you know what to do, it's really not that difficult. And listen, nobody is born with a following. Everyone starts from scratch, everyone. But the good news is you don't have to become a full-blown influencer. You know, I'm definitely not posting reels daily and sharing what I have for lunch with people. I record all of my YouTube content in a couple of days a month. That's it. I try and batch all of my content creation into 1 week and then I'm pretty much done for the month. So if you're anything like me and you don't want to live your whole life online, that's absolutely fine. You can still grow an audience by focusing on being an educator, and that is why YouTube is perfect. All you need to do is start a channel based on your topic and just commit to posting at least once a week. You don't need to stress about having perfect lighting and crystal clear audio. Just literally start with what you got. If you've only got a phone, that's absolutely fine. If you've only got like a tiny camera or a webcam like I use, that's cool too. Just start with that. And then the idea is that with each video over time, you improve. So maybe one week you're focusing on the pace of your speaking. And then in another week, maybe you focus on your background or your lighting or your editing. It's all just tiny, tiny little 1% improvements. Now listen, I'm still finding my feet on YouTube. This definitely isn't something that comes naturally to me, but you have to start. If you never allow yourself to make bad videos in the beginning, then you're never giving yourself the opportunity to make great videos later. That fear of not being perfect is what keeps so many people stuck. You have to just push past that. And trust me, the people who need your knowledge are out there right now waiting. Okay, now let's talk about passive income and how you can actually automate this whole thing. So growing a YouTube audience is one thing, but building an email list is what's really going to drive your sales. I've said this many times before, but email is 40 times more effective than social media at selling. Honestly, it's pretty much where all your sales will come from. Here's what you need to do. Post at least one video per week on YouTube. In that video, you're going to offer a freebie, similar to the one that I mentioned earlier with the 47 digital product ideas. People will sign up with their name and email to get it, and that's it. They're on your email list. So now you can stay in touch with them, send them more helpful content, learn what they're struggling with, and eventually you'll introduce your paid products. Now you'll do that with a really simple 5-day fully automated email sequence. Now that might sound complicated, but trust me, it's really, really simple. All it means is that when someone signs up to your list, they get one email per day for 5 days. There's no scheduling needed. You literally set it up once and it just runs in the background automatically. In that sequence, you'll welcome them into your world, share your story, and explain how you can help them, that kind of thing. Then in the last couple of emails, you'll introduce your product and send them a link where they can go and check it out. That's it. It really is that simple. This is what will allow you to create real freedom and passive income. Once your product and the automations are in place, it's literally just a case of creating content. And like I mentioned earlier, you can batch everything to make things even more efficient. That's it pretty much. The emails take care of the sales. This is by far the best business model I've ever done, hands down. Now, if you're wondering how you scale this model, here's what you need to do. Now, scaling might sound a bit overwhelming, but honestly, it's not, especially not with this kind of setup. So you started off with a simple welcome sequence. Over time, you're just going to keep adding to it. Before you know it, you'll have months of emails going out, all on complete autopilot. But the key to more sales is simple. More traffic. So all you need to do is keep putting out helpful content to get people onto your list. Then they're guided through your sequence and invited to check out your products. If you want more income, you focus on more traffic. And then once you've got everything in place, and you're getting consistent sales, then you can start to look at adding other revenue generators. So this could be more products, it could be brand deals, it could be affiliate offers, that kind of thing. So really, when it boils down to it, scaling is actually pretty simple. You just simply keep expanding your reach. That's it. And yes, you can 100% start this for free. Now, I personally use system.io to run everything. I use it for freebies, emails, sales pages, course hosting, you name it. It covers everything. And what's great about them is that they offer a completely free account to get started. So this isn't a trial, this is a completely free account. I've left a link to it below if you want to check it out. Using system.io, you can build a funnel, collect emails, and start building your digital product business today for nothing. Then you're going to use free tools like Canva and ChatGPT to help you actually build your products out. You're going to grow your audience with free tools like YouTube. I mean, there's literally no excuse. This is one of the easiest and most beginner-friendly business models that you can start. Even more so when you've got AI helping you move things forward faster. So here's your first step. Leave me a comment below. What's your biggest takeaway? What stood out for you from this video? I'll see you in the next one.